Welcome to the Carolina Digital Phone Learning Hub podcast, where we explore the essential tools and trends shaping businesses of all sizes. In each episode, we discuss the latest technologies and information designed to help you build and grow your business effectively. From innovative communication solutions to emerging digital strategies, our experts provide insights that empower you to navigate today's competitive landscape. Join us as we uncover actionable advice and resources to enhance your business operations and drive success.
All right, so let's jump into it today. Imagine you're running an auto shop, right? You've got a million things going on.
Yeah.
Tricky diagnostics, customers calling, managing your team, and on top of all of that, you're trying to keep up in an industry that just keeps changing.
Really is a lot to manage for sure with all of that going on. And then you add in things like modern vehicles just getting more and more complex. And then it's harder and harder to find mechanics who are qualified to work on them.
Absolutely.
So efficient communication is more important now than it ever has been for these auto shops.
For sure. So today we're doing a deep dive on a really interesting topic, cloud-based phone systems. We're looking specifically at how they can help auto repair shops like yours to actually thrive.
Right.
Our source material today is an article that actually just came out on November 11th, 2024. It's called The Importance of Cloud-Based Phone Systems for the Auto Repair Industry.
You know, what I think is so interesting about this article is that it doesn't just talk about the technology. It really digs into the challenges that auto shops face on a daily basis. And it shows how these systems can directly address those challenges.
Exactly. I mean, like, who isn't feeling the pinch financially right now?
Yeah.
But the article highlights that shops that have made the switch to these cloud systems are seeing something like a 30% reduction in costs in just the first year.
Really? 30%?
30%.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of that is because of savings on all those long-distance calls.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, they can really add up for shop owners who are ordering parts from all over the place.
Yeah, especially if you're getting parts from suppliers all across the country.
Right, exactly.
Okay, but cost savings are great, but that's really just the beginning, right? What I found really fascinating was how these systems can actually make things more efficient.
And, you know, it's not just about saving time. It's about, you know, making sure that there are fewer interruptions.
Right.
You know, the mechanic can stay focused on what he's doing.
Yeah.
Keep things moving and ultimately keep the customers happy.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of customers, you know, one thing that I was kind of skeptical about was whether these systems could actually improve customer service. But after reading this article, I'm actually sold.
Oh, absolutely. Features like auto attendance and CRM integration can just totally change a customer's experience.
Yeah.
So like imagine a customer calls in.
Okay.
So they want to book an appointment. But with CRM integration, their entire history, like every repair they've ever had at your shop, pops up right there on your screen.
That's wild. It's like having a receptionist who remembers every single detail about every customer.
It really is. It means you can personalize every interaction. You can offer them services that make sense based on what they've had done in the past.
Yeah.
And you can even address any issues they might have had before.
Right.
It's all about building trust and loyalty.
Yeah, for sure. And let's not forget about flexibility, right? I mean, businesses are always changing, especially in a fast-paced industry like this one. And I just love that cloud systems make it so easy to just add or remove lines. You don't have to deal with the hassle of traditional phone lines.
Right. It's like having a phone system that can just, like, change with you.
Yeah.
Busy season hits, no problem. You just add more lines.
Yeah.
Things slow down. You can scale back just as easily.
Exactly. But wait, there's even more.
Right.
The article also talks about some next-level features. And I have to admit, I kind of geeked out a little bit reading about this.
I bet. What kinds of things were we talking about?
Well, stuff like call recording, that could be super helpful for training new employees or even resolving disputes with customers if there's ever, you know, a question about a bill or something.
Yeah.
And get this, some systems even have video conferencing built in.
Whoa.
I mean, think about the possibilities for remote diagnostics.
Oh, yeah.
Or even just visually walking a customer through a repair.
Oh, my gosh, that's wild. And don't even get me started on the analytics part of it.
Right.
I mean, cloud-based systems can track everything.
Yeah.
Call patterns, peak hours, even customer behavior.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's like having a business consultant built right in.
Okay, I'll admit I was a little intimidated at first by all this data.
Yeah.
But the article really makes a compelling case for how this can be a game changer for shops.
It really is. It's all about turning information into action.
Yeah.
You can actually see which marketing campaigns are working.
Yeah.
You can find those bottlenecks in your communication.
Right.
And then you can use all of that data to make better decisions about your business.
It's not just fancy tech. It's about giving shop owners the information they need to understand their business and make good decisions.
Exactly. But while all this sounds amazing, and trust me, it is, there are a few things to think about before you just dive headfirst into the world of these cloud-based systems.
Okay, so let's get real for a second.
Right.
No technology is perfect, right?
Right.
What are some of the potential downsides that the article mentioned?
Well, one of the biggest ones, and this is something that we all worry about these days, is that you really need to have a stable internet connection.
Yeah.
If your internet goes down, so does your phone system.
Yeah, that's a valid concern, especially for businesses that rely so much on phone communication.
Right.
Choosing a provider that offers really good uptime guarantees and some backup options is just essential.
Totally agree. And the other thing that's really important to think about is security.
Yeah.
We all know auto shops handle a lot of personal information about their customers.
Yeah.
So you have to have a provider with really good security measures in place. We're talking encryption, secure data centers,
Right.
the whole 9 yards.
You want to make sure your customers' data is just as safe as the cars they bring to your shop.
Exactly.
The article also talked about how switching to a new system can be a learning curve for some employees.
Yeah, it's true. Any new system takes a little getting used to.
Right.
But they emphasized how important it is to pick a provider that offers good training and support. That way, your team can learn quickly and they can feel good about using this new system.
So it sounds like choosing the right provider is just so important.
It really is.
But how do you even start looking at all the providers out there? I mean, the article mentioned a bunch, right?
It did.
Like RingCentral, Nextiva, Grasshopper.
There's a ton of them out there.
And each one has its own strengths and weaknesses.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so let's try to break down some of these providers. Help us make sense of this whole world of cloud phone systems.
Okay, sounds good.
What stands out to you about RingCentral?
Well, RingCentral is known for being kind of like a one-stop shop for all your communication needs. They've got VoIP, phone systems, video conferencing, team messaging, like everything.
It sounds like they're trying to offer a really comprehensive solution.
Yeah.
What kind of businesses would RingCentral be a good fit for?
Well, I think they're a pretty good option for businesses of all sizes, but they have a lot of features. So I think they're especially good for larger shops or those that have more complex needs.
Okay, got it. What about Nextiva? How do they compare?
Well, Nextiva is really popular too, especially for small and medium-sized businesses.
Yeah.
What really sets them apart is that they really care about customer support and making things user-friendly.
Oh, that's great.
Their interface is really easy to use.
Okay.
And they're known for going above and beyond to help their customers.
I love that. Especially for a shop owner who might feel intimidated by new technology.
Yeah.
What kinds of features do they offer?
Well, they have all the essentials. Video conferencing, call analytics, CRM integrations. It's a good, solid choice for businesses that prioritize ease of use and great customer service.
Okay, great. Now on to Grasshopper. I feel like I've heard of that name, but can't quite place it.
Yeah, Grasshopper is a really great option for smaller shops or even those that are just starting out.
Okay.
They offer a simple and affordable virtual phone system without a lot of those extra features.
So they're all about keeping things streamlined and budget-friendly?
Exactly. They focus on call forwarding, voicemail transcription, and they have a mobile app.
Okay.
So you can manage calls from anywhere. It's a great way to look professional without spending too much.
I like it. All right, next up is a name I definitely recognize, 8x8. Yeah.
8x8 is a global provider of cloud communication solutions.
Okay.
And they're really focused on collaboration and connecting people across different locations.
So they would be a good fit for businesses that maybe have multiple shops or teams working remotely.
For sure. They offer unlimited calling, video conferencing, and some really powerful call analytics so you can track how your team is doing and make sure everyone is on the same page.
That's great. Now you can't talk about cloud phone systems without mentioning Vonage, right? They've been around forever.
Oh, yeah. Vonage has been around for a long time, and they have a lot of experience with flexible solutions.
Okay.
They offer a bunch of different plans so you can really find the right fit for your needs.
It's like they have a system for any occasion.
Yeah, pretty much.
What kind of features do they have?
Well, they've got everything. Call forwarding, a mobile app, video conferencing.
Wow.
They even have virtual faxing.
Virtual faxing.
Yeah.
What would you even need that for?
Well, some of those old school suppliers still use faxes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So it might come in handy.
Okay, on to a name everyone knows, Zoom.
Yeah.
I mean, who hasn't used Zoom for a video call at this point?
Right, exactly.
But I'm guessing Zoom Phone is more than just video calls.
Yeah, Zoom Phone is their voice solution. So it's basically turning your Zoom experience into a full-blown phone system.
Okay.
So if you already use Zoom for video calls, it just makes sense to add their phone system.
Keep everything in one place.
Exactly.
What are some of their best features?
Well, they have all the usual stuff, call recording, voicemail transcription.
Okay.
But what sets them apart is how seamlessly it all integrates with the other Zoom features. You can jump between a phone call and a video conference, share screens, work on documents together.
Okay.
It's all right there.
Sounds pretty convenient. Okay, on to a company I'm not as familiar with. Dialpad.
Oh, okay.
What's their deal?
Well, Dialpad is all about using AI
AI.
to make call management and customer interactions better.
Ooh, AI. That sounds really advanced. What kind of AI are we talking about?
Well, think of it like this. They have voice intelligence
Okay.
that can transcribe calls,
Wow.
analyze how the customer is feeling, and it can even coach your team in real time while they're on calls.
Whoa, it's like having a virtual assistant helping you through those tougher conversations with customers.
Exactly.
That's pretty impressive. It sounds like Dialpad is pushing the boundaries of what these phone systems can do.
Totally agree. I think they're a great choice for shops that are tech savvy and want to be on the cutting edge.
Okay, last but not least, we have Ooma.
Yeah, Ooma is known for offering a bunch of VoIP services that work for both homes and businesses.
Okay.
They're especially good for smaller businesses or startups because they're really affordable.
So they're all about the essentials at a price that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of features do they offer?
Well, they have smart call blocking, video conferencing, and a mobile app.
Right.
All the things you need in a modern phone system.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground here. It really seems like there's a cloud phone system out there for every auto shop budget and need.
It's amazing, right? And you know what's even better? A lot of these companies offer demos or free trials so you can test it out before you commit.
Oh, that's great advice. It's always best to try before you buy, especially with something as important as your communication system. But before you jump into those demos, let's take a step back and talk about how to actually plan for a smooth transition to a cloud-based system.
Wow.
So we've explored this amazing world of cloud phone systems.
Yeah.
And we've met some of the key players.
We have.
But let's get practical here for a minute.
Right.
Making a switch to a new system can feel really overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you're running a busy shop.
For sure.
But the good news is the article actually gives us a really clear plan to make this transition as smooth as possible.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so what are the most important steps in planning for this kind of switch?
Well, the first thing, and this is super important, is to get your team on board.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This isn't a decision you make on your own.
Right.
Talk to your mechanics, your service advisors, your office staff.
Right.
Anyone who uses the phones regularly.
Yeah, for sure. They're the ones who are using the system every day. Their input is so valuable.
It really is. You know, hold meetings, send out surveys, whatever works best for your team.
Yeah.
Get their feedback on what they like about the current system.
Okay.
What frustrates them. What they wish they had.
Yeah.
The more involved they are, the easier the transition will be.
It's about making them feel like they're a part of this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're part of the solution.
It is. And once you have a good idea of what your team needs, you can start mapping out your current communication process.
So like drawing a flow chart or something.
Yeah, exactly. A flow chart of how calls come in, who they go to, all that stuff.
Right.
Identify those key points of contact, the different departments involved, and any places where things get stuck.
Right.
This will help you design a new system that actually works
Yeah.
and keeps your customers happy.
It's like creating a roadmap
Yeah.
for how communication should work in the shop.
I love that, a roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have that roadmap,
Yeah.
you can compare it to what different providers offer.
Okay.
It's not about just picking the most popular one.
Right.
It's about finding the one that fits your needs and your budget.
I think that's where a lot of people go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
They get caught up in those flashy features.
Right.
Or the cheapest price.
Yeah, but they don't actually think about what their shop needs.
Exactly.
It's easy to get distracted.
Yeah.
But you have to take a step back
Uh-huh.
and really think about your processes.
Okay, so you found the perfect provider.
Yeah.
Now what?
Training.
Right.
Don't skip the training.
Yeah, because no matter how easy they say it is to use, there's always going to be a learning curve.
Always.
So what should shop owners do?
Invest in some good training sessions for your team.
Okay.
Make sure you have clear instructions written down.
Yeah.
and offer support along the way.
Right, so that the team feels comfortable and confident with the new system. I also think it's important to keep your customers informed.
Oh, 100%.
During this whole process.
Totally.
Let them know that you're upgrading things so that they'll have an even better experience.
Yeah, just a quick email or a post on your website can make a big difference.
Transparency is so important.
Yeah.
And let's be realistic. No matter how much you plan, there are probably going to be a few hiccups along the way.
That's just how it goes with any change.
So what's the key to handling those?
Well, you have to have a plan to deal with any issues that come up and keep talking to your team and your customers.
So switching to a cloud phone system doesn't have to be a nightmare.
It doesn't.
With a little planning and open communication and the right support, it can actually be a positive experience.
It really can, and the benefits are huge.
Yeah.
You'll end up with a more efficient system. It'll save you money. And it will really put your customers first.
So it can really help your business grow.
Exactly.
Now, the article focuses on what's happening right now.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking about the future.
Oh, okay.
What role do you think these cloud phone systems will play in the future of the auto repair industry?
That's a really good question. And honestly, it's something I've been thinking about too.
Yeah.
We're already seeing cars getting more connected with all these telematics systems that can track all sorts of information about how the car is performing.
Right. My car actually tells me when it needs an oil change.
Really?
It's a little creepy.
I bet.
But also super convenient.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Imagine if that information could go straight into a shop's cloud phone system.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A customer gets a notification that they need maintenance.
Okay.
They click a button to book an appointment, and all their information is already in the system.
That would be amazing.
It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It does.
But it would be so much easier for everyone.
It really would.
Think about remote diagnostics, too.
Oh, yeah.
A mechanic could connect to the car's computer remotely, figure out what's wrong, order the parts,
and schedule the repair, all without the customer even coming into the shop?
It would be a game changer.
I think so.
Especially for those smaller issues.
Yeah.
Or just routine maintenance.
Yeah, it saves everyone so much time and hassle.
It's like telemedicine, but for cars.
Exactly. And as these systems keep getting better and connecting with other new technologies, I think we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg.
It's pretty exciting to think about. All right, let's come back to the present for a minute.
Okay.
We've covered so much in this deep dive.
We have, from how these systems work to how to make the switch.
We talked about finding the right provider, getting your team involved, and even the crazy potential these systems have for the future.
It's amazing.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. Okay, so imagine this. Your shop's communication is running as smoothly as the engines you work on.
Okay.
Every call is handled perfectly. Customers feel like you actually care about them.
Right.
Your team is connected and everything just runs like clockwork.
That would be great.
It's a whole new way of thinking about things, right?
Yeah.
We tend to think about technology as something separate from the actual work that happens in the shop, but it's actually becoming the key to creating a really seamless experience.
I agree.
It's not just about fixing cars anymore.
Right.
It's about the entire customer journey.
Yeah.
From that first phone call to the follow-up after you've done the repair.
I like that.
Making sure every interaction is smooth and positive.
And that's where things like these cloud-based systems can really help.
Yeah.
It's not just a fancy gadget.
Right.
It's a tool that can really improve your business.
So to all the shop owners out there listening, take what we've talked about today and really think about how you can use it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to try these new technologies that can help you streamline everything,
right?
Enhance your customer service, and ultimately grow your business.
Absolutely. The auto repair industry is changing.
It is.
And the shops that embrace those changes are going to be the ones that succeed.
So think about it.
Yeah.
What if you could make your shop's communication as reliable and as high-performing as the cars you service?
It's a powerful idea.
That's the power of a good cloud phone system.
It really is.
That's it for our deep dive today.
Thanks for having me.
We hope you learned some valuable insights into how these systems can transform your auto repair shop.
Yeah.
And remember, it's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about how you use it to make your entire business better.
Exactly.
Until next time, happy communicating.
Thanks for joining us on the Carolina Digital Phone Learning Hub podcast. We're eager to hear from you. Whether you have questions about today's topic, suggestions for future discussions, or just want to chat about technology and business, we're here to help. Reach out by emailing inquiry@carolinadigitalphone.com, calling us at 336-544-4000, or clicking the Get Started link at carolinadigitalphone.com. We look forward to talking with you.